You paid every bill on time this month. Rent, card, car note, all of it on the dot. Then you check your score. It dropped 6 points. No missed payment, no late fee, nothing. And that's the part nobody explains to you. Paying on time isn't actually what your credit score is rewarding. It's just the bare minimum requirement to not get punished. There's a whole second scoreboard running in the background, one you can't see, and it moves whether you're careful or not. Here's where it gets weird. 30% of your score, almost a third of the whole number, comes down to something called utilization. That's just how much of your available credit you're actually using at any given moment. Say you've got a card with a $2,000 limit. You put $600 on it for groceries and gas, then pay it off in full before the due date. Good habit, right? Except your statement closes before you pay it off. And the number that gets reported to the bureaus isn't "this person paid responsibly." It's "this person is currently using 30% of their available credit." The bureaus don't see your intentions. They see a snapshot taken on one specific day of the month, and that snapshot is what gets scored. Pay in full every single time, and your score can still dip, just because of when the photo got taken. So that's one piece. But here's a second lever working against you, and it's got nothing to do with your spending. Banks quietly trim credit limits on cards that don't get used much. No email, no warning, nothing. Say your limit gets cut from $5,000 down to $3,500, and your balance stays exactly the same, $1,000. Your utilization just jumped from 20% up to almost 29%, and you didn't do a single thing differently. You paid the same, spent the same, showed up the same way you always do. The bank moved the goalpost, and the algorithm just reacted. Then there's length of history, about 15% of the score. This one's sneaky because it's not really about how long you've had credit. It's the average age of every account combined. Close an old card, even one you barely use, and its history stops counting toward that average the moment it drops off your report. Open one new store card for a discount at checkout, and you just dragged the average age down with a brand new account sitting at 0 months. You didn't miss a payment. You just changed the math. New credit is another 10%. Every time a lender does a hard pull, applying for an apartment, a car loan, even some phone plans, that shows up. One inquiry, maybe a few points. Rate shop for a mortgage across 5 lenders in the same 2 weeks. And depending on the scoring model, that might count as 1 search or 5 separate hits. It depends which version of the formula the lender's using that day. And then there's mix, another 10%. Cards, loans, mortgages, blended together. Pay off your car loan early, something you did on purpose, something responsible, and the account closes. Your mix gets a little less diverse. The score can actually tick down for a month or two before it settles back out. The one time you did something extra right, the number treats it like a loss. Here's the last twist. The number you're checking on your banking app is probably not the number your lender is going to pull. Free apps mostly show Vantage Score. Mortgage lenders mostly still use FICO. National average FICO score right now sits around 714, but that's FICO. Your app might be running on completely different math, weighing your history differently, landing you 20, sometimes 40 points apart from what a lender actually sees. You're not wrong. You're just looking at a different ruler. So no, you didn't do anything wrong. Paying on time keeps the door open. It's the floor, not the ceiling. The score itself is measuring risk, not effort. How much of your available credit you're leaning on, how fresh your accounts are, how many places just checked in on you. None of that shows up on your bank statement. It just shows up as a number that moved while you weren't looking. So here's the question. If the score is measuring risk and not behavior, should lenders even be allowed to use it as the deciding factor on things like rent applications and job background checks? Drop your take below.